have all but destroyed.
Thank you. Now that you've got me out, you need to get the primary security console's override code, then lock the terminal down. Once you've got that code, if you can get to the secondary security station, you'll control the entire palace's security systems. The Slicer's still logged into his account. You should be able to just get whatever Thank you. Once you've got that code, the slicer's still logged into his account. You should be able to just get whatever you need.
General Vakla was once a hero to our people, but his alliance with the Sith shows how far he's fallen.
Tell the Colonel we'll need... I don't trust those Sith. Oh, they're beasts. And another thing. If I catch any more of my men looting, then the Queen's Guard will be the least of your worries.
What is it? Status active.
Let us end this.
Target acquired.
Let us end this. Yes.
Status active.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the rightful ruler of Onderon. Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the rightful ruler of Onderon. Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the rightful... Thanks for your help. Queen Talia is the rightful ruler of Onderon.
I don't know how you made it, but well done. Come in quickly before more... We got split off from Talia's troops by the currents of this war. We really need to talk. I know Captain Cadron needs someone to handle a dangerous assignment. He's in the other room. Even if there wasn't a civil war going on, I can only say so much. We'll talk later. Now, every moment counts. We'll talk when all of... The defense of Isis requires...
What is it?
Yes. Testing security. I cannot bypass security system.
What is it? I shall attend to it. I cannot open. I shall attend to it. I cannot open this mechanism.
I don't know how you made it. We got split off from Tali. I know Captain Cadron. This is the secondary security complex. There's a slicer at the primary who's causing trouble. Since Cadron isn't available, I've been coordinating the battles and the rest of ISIS. If this war isn't stopped soon, ISIS will... We'll talk when all of this is over. Until then, may the Force be with you.
So, you're the Jedi, eh? Well, the comm chatter we've intercepted is filled with reports about you. You fought right through their flank on the sky ramp? We desperately need someone like you. I'm Queen Talia's Captain of the Guard. You can call me Captain Cadron. But we've got little time for more than introductions. We've managed to hold this part of the palace, but Vaklu's forces control the rest. We need to get to the Queen before that flaming Drexel breaks through the inner door. There are 2 security consoles in the palace. The primary security console is on the other side of the palace. There's an expert slicer over there who's been hampering our every move. We need to transfer all primary functions to our terminal here, then disable the primary security console. That will also take their slicer out of the picture. After that, You have? Oh, son of a muglak! Corporal, use this code to open the outer door to the throne room. The door's open. Hurry! They might break through the inner door at any moment. The force field is down. Please go help the Queen.
Do you want me to guide you to the palace? As you wish, Jedi. Do you want me to guide you? Let's hurry then.
Will you just die already? You will go no further than this. You're too late. Our pet beast is about to breach the force field to the throne room. The Queen will be dead in moments. Watch out! I've lost control of the beast! Ignore the beast. Into the throne room. The Queen must die. Oh, blast it all!
What is it?
Your time is at...
You would destroy everything just for your ambition, Vaklu. The Republic, ISIS...
That is a gross simplification, Talia. Change is a painful process. A price must be paid. But Onderon will have a new destiny. One larger than you could imagine.
You're getting careless, Vaklu. One more mistake, and you're the one who will pay the price.
Damn you! Your skill with the blade won't save... What? The Jedi lives? But how? Kill her and the Queen Men, quickly. They must not be allowed to live. You've won this battle, Talia. But your reign won't be an easy one. The Republic is a sinking ship, and you're too attached to it.
He's too dangerous to leave alive. As distasteful as it is, it might be best to silence him forever. Until he's dead, All of Onderon is in peril.
So what will it be, Your Majesty? Send me to your best detention cell. I will be free within the week, and vengeance will be mine.
Are you so sure of my decision, Vaklu? I appreciate the Jedi's counsel, but as monarch, I decree you are guilty of treason. The punishment is death, to be carried out immediately. Captain Cadron?
Talia, you can't. You're too weak. What about my trial?
But he will rise again. He has too many supporters. But the price if you are wrong. I thought I could order this, but I can't. It would be breaking our laws. You will stand trial, Vaklu. Take him away. What is done is done. I don't think the service you have given us can ever be repaid. I must go with Captain Cadron. The fighting must be stopped. I will be back shortly to try and repay you. The crisis is over thanks to you and Master Kavar. I believe he'd like to speak to you, if you'll excuse me.
Ah, the wound is not a mortal one. Though it has been some time since I exercised my healing powers, there is a shred of life within you still. A gift from your master, no doubt. Awaken, Colonel Tobin. Your part in... Colonel Tobin, I am with Vaklu. The war has gone against him. He sent me to rescue you, to tell you you must make haste off-planet. The Jedi have struck. They had a secret academy buried on Telos, and they are showing themselves at last. We are all in danger.
What? But the Jedi are gone. They have all but vanished.
So we all thought, but they have hidden them.
Out of my way, old woman. This war can still be won, and Onderon can be freed.
Indeed. This war is far from over. Yes? Ask, and I will answer. Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath her? How she made them hers? Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts. Strong influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few. Oh, did they? No, Revan met no Sith empire, yet she learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how she did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly? Not a one. But we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes?
The Force works in mysterious ways, it seems. There are times I'm not convinced it doesn't have a sense of humor. We spent all this time looking for you, and you came to us. I thought you might return to Onderon. Looks like just in time. I told the other masters that our only chance to figure out what was happening to us was to find you, and try to understand what happened to you. I don't know how much you know, but this threat that's striking at the Jedi, it's attacking us through the Force. Varuk didn't believe me, but he was willing to travel to Dantooine, if only to help the settlers there, and perhaps protect what was left of the Jedi Enclave. Whatever the reason, having us all drop out of sight, I thought might make the enemy more bold. But then you happened. You came back, and you became a new target for whoever was attacking us. They were places touched by war, and we thought there was a chance you would return to these worlds, if only to try and make peace with what happened there during the war. But now the Sith have revealed themselves. That means the remaining Jedi will gather on Dantooine. From there, we can counterattack. Telos? But Telos was destroyed during the Jedi Civil War. I heard they're trying to rebuild. Atris? I thought Atris had gone to KOTOR. Too many Jedi have scattered. The Council needs to gather. We cannot remain concealed any longer. We knew that someone was preying on us, hunting us. Finally, the Jedi decided to take action, and called a secret conclave on KOTOR to decide what must be done. Before the meeting could even begin, all the Jedi on the planet were killed, along with the Miralukas and all other life on the planet. Their deaths could be felt throughout the galaxy. So the Council decided that we must not present ourselves as a target again. The consequences to others were just too great. That we should use our resources to find who was responsible and deal with them. I think you're the only one who's made progress. The difficulties you surmounted to get here, you must have many questions. You deserve answers. There was nothing else we could do. You defied the Council. You followed Revan to war. I know why you did it, but in so doing, much more harm was done. But you must understand, the exile was never the punishment you thought it to be. We could not have made you do such a thing in any event. I think you knew, inside, what you needed to do in order to heal. All those lives during the Mandalorian Wars, and all those you served beside. Too much death leaves echoes in the Force. It is the price for having such connections. I suspect that is why you chose to accept the Council's judgment, to wander beyond the Rim, and why you traveled with no one, and did not stay in any place too long. I have thought of you since your trial, and there are times when I wonder if being connected to the Force is always the gift it is believed to be. Whatever I can tell you, I will. Cut you off from the Force? Why do you think the Council was responsible for that? No, I'm afraid the cause of your condition was as great a mystery to the Council as it is to you. Whatever I can tell you, I will. You always had deep connections to the Force. I'm glad to see that it is once again your ally. When I first sparred with you during your training as a Padawan, I could tell that you were different. And it wasn't just your strong connection to the Force. Whatever I can tell you. I know that all too well. I came here to find them, to trace them to their source. The war on Duxon and Onderon. I had thought that perhaps the tragedies that occurred here were concealing them. The Jedi Order has been fighting the dark side since the beginning. Our rules and the Jedi Code provide protection from what's inside each of us. The dark side is always there, and it is something that can never truly be defeated. I feel our current troubles, though, are beyond what we faced before. This threat that is targeting us, drawing us out, it's not a battle we're used to, and it has ended many of us. Not enough. I feel it is something that was born from the wars that have struck the Republic. The threat is Sith, but the manner and timing of their attacks is difficult to defend against. We don't know all that the Sith planned during the Jedi Civil War. What secret training grounds may still remain. What worlds he discovered. We just don't know. Even after we deal with this current threat, I fear we may be dealing with the legacy of the Jedi Civil War for years to come. They wanted to aid General Vaklu in breaking away from the Republic. If Onderon became independent, this place would be an excellent staging ground for them. But I fear it was more than that. That the consequences of Onderon's fall would have greater implications for the galaxy. You've had more success than I. General Vaklu's men and their allies effectively kept me pinned inside the palace. I felt all along that Vaklu had contacted the Sith, but the identity and purpose of the Sith, I can't say. Whatever I can tell. Scattered, searching for you. going to places where they thought they might cross your path. You were our last hope. I think we all know that Vrook isn't easily swayed from his convictions, and his views on anyone who went to the Mandalorian Wars are low. Yes, at least that's what I asked them to do. I believe you are the key to this whole war. When you stood before us in the council chamber on Coruscant, we felt something from you we'd never felt before. It was as if the Force had died within you, leaving you hollow. We had suspicions as to why this was, but nothing definite. But rather than try to understand, we sent you away. I think because at some level there was fear. We live our whole lives in touch with the Force, in touch with life all around us. And you had a gift in that regard. You formed bonds so easily, and they flowed deep between you and others. To see such emptiness in the Force standing before you, it's not an easy thing to face. Whatever is attacking us, it is leaving something in its wake, something we haven't felt since you stood before us in judgment. The deaths of the Jedi, the destruction of KOTOR, all of these things are leaving behind echoes, like the one we felt from you in the council chamber. It was clear to us, to me, that we had to find you, but we couldn't call you back from exile, because we didn't know where you'd gone. Plus, there was a chance we might put you in danger, and that we couldn't allow. If you couldn't feel the Force, then it would just make you a target. I don't know how you got back, but I'm glad you're here. The thing is, in traveling to these places where war was fought, we felt the same thing. Echoes. Something happened in all these places, but it's hard to figure out what. It's hard to sense things through the Force in such places. Too much pain occurred here. It makes listening to the Force difficult. We resolved to meet again on Dantooine, but only when the threat revealed itself. Unfortunately, I happened to be here when it struck. Now that we've stabilized Onderon, I can join the others on Dantooine. Whatever I can tell you, I will. That sounds like the bond that often forms between master and apprentice. But to that degree? You always did form connections to others, strong ones, even when you were a student. But what you are describing is beyond me. I'm sure others in the Jedi Council would be able to assist you, if you could find them. Whatever I can tell you, I will. There is something I would like to teach you. It is a technique which, I believe, will aid you in the trials ahead. Many of the lightsaber forms you've already learned will bolster your abilities in one area, while leaving you vulnerable in others. For superior balance, use the Niman form. This form has no specific strengths, but no weaknesses either. It will provide a decent defense versus enemy force powers and blaster fire. Excellent. I'm impressed with how quickly you've mastered this form. I always knew you were gifted. I'm going to Dantooine. The Jedi Council vowed to assemble again when the Sith revealed themselves. Now that they've attacked Onderon, we can act. Our paths will cross again. May the Force be with you.
I'm sorry to keep you here. I needed to thank you personally for all of your help. Onderon owes both you and Master Kavar a debt that can never truly be repaid. Battles still wage in our streets, but by morning the conflict should be over. I recognize you must leave soon, but please, take this. These relics are from the Royal Museum. Generations ago, some members of the royal family had a connection to the Force. They weren't all too different from what we face today. I know little of the Force, but I hope you can put my family's relics to good use. Captain Bostuka has made arrangements for a shuttle to take you to your ship. I fear it will be quite some time before you can come back. The war was brief but destructive. I will focus all of my energy on rebuilding Isis. Thank you again. I must go.
If you will follow me, I will take you to your shuttle.
Hey, the gang's back together. I must hear all about your vacation in Onderon. You think you're hot stuff, don't you?
We should return to the Ebon Hawk now and plot our next course of action.
Something up? All right, what did you want to know? Yeah, I guess I just had to prove something to myself, and I never had a chance to put it to the test until then. Nothing I didn't already know. Anyway, it's over now. At least until the next disaster hits us. All right, what did you want to know?
Yes, General?
Query. Statement. Oh. Statement. Statement. Ah, more questions. Wonderful. Answer. Why? Because your actions then and now are related, and I feel I need some context. I confess to being somewhat needy that way. Statement. Sometimes, Master, it is difficult for meatbags to step back and gain some perspective on death and its importance in their insignificant lives. explanation. You see, Master, assassination is such a versatile tool. I have seen the removal of a single target have far-reaching consequences for a nation, world, even a galaxy. The repercussions of even the smallest lives, whether dead or alive, can have profound implications on history. But surely you realize this. Statement. Master, please, any comparisons between me and your meatbag status leaves a fluctuating, intermittent charge through my control clusters. I was only trying to bring death and its impact to your attention.
My life for yours. I will answer what I can.
Yeah, something wrong? More grenades? Alright. Go ahead and ask. It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet. I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it. Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it, activity. Aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive. Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it. Maybe one day, I'll let you. Alright, but I doubt you're gonna show me anything I don't already know. And when you show me, don't act like a tourist. It attracts predators.
Yes. The fact we are even having a conversation is gratitude. Usually, my conversations do not have the give and take that our current interaction does. And of course, there is much more screaming on the part of the listener when the torture field is activated. I am willing to indulge some of your questions. You have done well, and the stability you have caused shall be rewarded. I have arranged a transfer of funds from certain interests within the Republic to you. There is the stabilization of Dantooine, the preservation of the restoration efforts on Telos, the political resolution on Onderon, and the unification of a religious power base in the galaxy, either Jedi or Sith. Telos is instrumental to the stability of the Republic. Its success or failure will dictate the economic forecasts of many other worlds. Of course, since the destruction of the Paragus facility, the odds of the Telos restoration project being successfully completed is close to zero. Then stop causing events of planetary destruction. You are a walking catastrophe, and you are not making saving the Republic any easier. You have stabilized Dantooine. The Republic has gained a power base in the Outer Rim. The political situation... You have stabilized...
Yeah, what do you want? The Republic is a stagnant beast that had been killing its people for years before the wars began. Were it not for Revan's strength, the Republic would already be dead. Only Revan was worthy of our respect. We swept through the Outer Rim without any opposition until Revan assumed command of the Republic forces. Only then did the battle turn. But as you know, only a handful of Jedi fought, while the others cowered in their halls, afraid to meet us head-on. I'm sure there were good reasons. I'm not accusing you of being a coward. You commanded the Republic fleet that destroyed ours. You were a worthy opponent. Now, is there something else you needed? You fought with Revan and Malak during the Mandalorian Wars. Why? Huh. We'd never faced Jedi before, and didn't know the threat they represented. You've always been in the Jedi Order. Things that are common knowledge to you are rumors and stories to the rest of the galaxy. We only knew what we had seen in holovids and from our experience with Exar Kun, and by that time, he was completely a Sith. We thought we would triumph easily over such noble and compassionate leaders. Those are weaknesses we easily exploited in the past. What did you think of us? And that is how we thought of you. Not of the Jedi in particular, but the men and women who joined Revan and Malak to fight against us. You turned a demoralized, defeated mess into a coordinated army. You brought tactics, backbone, and above all else, victory to them. Ever consider what would have happened if we'd won? The Sith would have been nothing more than a border skirmish against the might of my clans. We would have brought a new age of strength and expansion to the Republic, with a wealth of the core worlds providing arms and warships to fuel our growth. Instead, the Republic won. Look around you. Look at what your precious victory has brought you. I ask you this, is the galaxy better off for the Republic's victory? Just think about it. Now, is there something else you needed? Already gave you my last one. Go easy on them. Even a strong warrior can only take so much. Now, is there...
Sidan Gelfa, Tustedan Gelfa. Sidan Gel. Uden Tustlafa, Fandibu Gelfa, Oi Sidan.
Greetings again.
I heard that a crime syndicate has worked its way into the operations center of the station.
So you've returned. What is it?
Welcome to entertainment. I regret to inform you that we still do not have any new information on the matter of your missing ship. Not beyond investigating the matter and extending our offer of free room and board.
Hoy Gelfa. Preguntas. Hoy Gelfa. KOTOR2. KOTOR2 Plaza. Apoyalta. Truth Plaza. Sidan Gelfa Vadinogan Gel. KOTOR2. Sidan Gelfa Vadinogan. Hoy Sidan Gelfa.
Haven't had much easier contracts than Zerka, though. We spend most of the time standing around. Could use a few more credits, though.
I simply do not have time for you. My hands are full with trying to manage the... If there is nothing...
Lorso isn't the most popular executive I've worked under, but I'll say one thing. She gets the job done.
It's good that Zerka's arrival has created new jobs on the station, but I can't say I'm happy about all the mercenaries they've hired.
There was a pattern to Revan's attacks during the Jedi Civil War. He sought to convert Jedi, not kill them. But that is not all. In fact, he fought to keep the infrastructure intact, killed certain political leaders that would lead to destabilization. First Patriarch Lelin Dur of Sirocco, the Corellian diplomat Mimis Yun, and Yusunas of Achani. I am not sure that he intended to conquer. I think he was trying to do something else. I think he was trying to unify the galaxy against some other threat. I do not know, and that concerns me. Something up?
That was some intense fighting. I'm glad we both made it through. And the mercenaries didn't.
I saw you fighting the mercenaries. Just amazing. I wish I were a Jedi too.
You are always welcome here, Jedi.
Thanks for your help with the...
Greetings, may I be of any further service to you? The main area of interest for visitors is the Kunda outpost. There you will find the local officials who preside. Zeron strongly urges salvagers to avoid the highly dangerous sublevel of the Enclave ruins. Due to reduced militia manpower, several dangerous beasts overpopulate the more rural areas of Dantooine. For more information, speak with Zeron in the Kunda outpost. If you will excuse me, I must continue my appointed rounds.
Is there? must be hearing things. But for a moment... Yes? Is something wrong? At times, I meditate, simply close my eyes and listen. It is quite calming. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins. Of course, it would be my pleasure. I try to treasure... That is hardly surprising. What do you wish to know? I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist. I have some training in the medical arts, if you are ever in need of healing as well, but my chief passion is history. I came to Dantooine in the hopes of finding some trace of the Jedi, but you know how my explorations turned out. Instead, it seems a Jedi came to me, and just in time. Yes, I have been trained by some of the best researchers in the Republic, which is a humbling experience, let me tell you. But if you ever need some medical items broken down or constructed, let me know. Yes? Very well. There, that should do it. Do you need anything else? Are you sure you... Yes, your muscle tone looks good, your response time seems excellent, and I see nothing that would otherwise impair your health. You have the same vitality about you that you seem to possess no matter what the circumstances. I am surprised no one has told you the same before. It is the truth, and evident to anyone with eyes.
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
It seems quiet. Just the wind. But deep beneath the surface, you can feel the pain of what took place here. There's great power in this place, for those who can hear its call.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy. As lifeless as it seems, the dark side is very strong here. The Sith Lords would not ignore such a powerful place. There is much that can be learned, even here. It was said that Revan intended to return to Korriban to subdue any potential Sith insurgents, but Revan disappeared. It took a year or two for the Republic to send a force here to deal with any Sith that may have remained. They found Korriban much as we have, barren and lifeless. It was assumed that the remnants of the Sith turned on each other, vying for what little power remained. The Republic found evidence that several Sith Lords escaped Korriban, fleeing to remote sections of the galaxy. If you walk Korriban's surface, you shall walk it without me. I cannot. This place is strong with the dark side. It is difficult to center myself here. Korriban holds few secrets from me, but much that you should learn. I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. I shall contact you and provide guidance when needed. The Academy is on the other side of this valley. Be careful. Dark energy fills these ruins, and even the fallen Sith live still. The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith Lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak, and so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them. The broken corpses before you are all that remain of the Sith on Korriban. I doubt there is much to be gained from looting these bodies. It would be best to leave them be. Fool! You've disturbed the... Hissis are semi-intelligent beasts. As creatures of the Force, Hissis are drawn to suffering and carnage. The angry phantoms of the Sith, too weak to influence the sentient, have taken these Hissis as thralls to their will.
Just say the word.
Before you is the tomb of the great Sith Lord, Marka Ragnos, a half-breed who possessed tremendous strength, both physically and in the Force. Ragnos held power for over a century, using his cunning to turn his enemies against each other. His death left a great vacuum of power. We're standing close to the spot where Naga Sadow first confronted Ludo Kresh to vie for domination of the Sith. Their struggle nearly resulted in a civil war that would have torn the Sith apart before they ever threatened the Republic. Yes, it is the way of the Sith. They must continually test their strength against each other, even if it means destroying themselves. As fate would have it, a pair of hyperspace explorers from Sinagar landed on Korriban. Naga Sadow manipulated the Sith into believing they were a sign of impending Republic invasion. This fear resonated with many Sith who were discontent with the lack of expansion of the Sith Empire during the reign of Marka Ragnos. Thus, Naga Sadow became Ragnos' successor. This way leads to the tomb of Ajanta Paul, a fierce Sith Lord. According to legend, the blade proved more fearsome than the Master, leading to his demise. Ajanta's dark specter lived on through the centuries until Revan entered the Sith Lord's tomb in search of the blade. Revan calmed the angry ghost of Ajanta Paul and showed him the path back to the light. One who has fallen so far and done so much evil does not deserve redemption. In a way, such a turning from one's nature is cowardly, a betrayal of the self. Perhaps, but redemption is a form of spiritual collapse, a fall few recover from. Unknown. Some have suggested that the blade led to Revan's demise, as it did Ajanta Paul. That is only speculation, however. Where Revan wanders now is knowledge that only Revan holds. Here, you can just barely see the Sith archaeologists' efforts to uncover relics of the ancients. The new Sith Order sought to progress quickly by finding objects of power. I can only imagine what was lost forever due to the carelessness of these excavators. Now the excavation has been almost completely undone by 5 years of wind and sand. So does Korriban protect its secrets.
Ah, what's that stench?
There is great power and dark energy within this cave. I would advise you to finish your explorations within the Academy before venturing into the cave.
More where that came from. Time to even the odds. More where that came from. Looks like somebody left the doors of the Academy wide open. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's settle
You can
this.
expect more than these beasts within the Academy. Be prepared.
find her.
I hear you. Let's settle. Time. More where that came from. More where that came from. Everyone down. More where that came from. I hear you. Let me take care of this. Pure Bazak. Let me take care of this. Pure Bazak. I'll bet even the Ebonhawk couldn't blast through this door. Just say the word. Let me take care of this. Pure Pazak. Let me take care of this. Pure Bazak. I hear you. Let's settle it. So this is who we came here to find? Looks like this has been a big, dangerous waste of time.
Did you come here for answers? There are none. The call of Korriban is strong, but it is the call of the dead. I have studied you, immersed myself in you. I know the paths you walked in exile. I know your teacher. I know the fires that raged upon the Duxan moon while the Republic died around you. You know war. You know battle. And I know of Malachor. You know what it means to be broken. The one who travels with you will destroy you. As she did me, I can end it before it begins. She clings to hope that perhaps she can train one as great as her first. She is a fool who escaped death once. She will not do so again. I know her as an apprentice knows their master, and as a master knows an apprentice. I want her to die and see all that she has built cast down, all that she holds dear in shards at her feet. You are a wretched thing, and that is why you will die.
Scion. He cannot be defeated. He is not a beast. There will be another time, but it...
Do not harm her. I command it. She has earned this. She and I will meet again.
Everyone down! More where that came from. More where that came Just say the word. More where that came from. Time to take you down to size. More where that came from. Let's settle this. More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from. Everyone down! More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from.
power I felt coming through the cave is just ahead. I believe you are strong. You will have...
Everyone down! More where that came from! Are you ready to enter the tomb?
Do not heed the words of the Jedi Council. The Republic will fall if we do not act now. Already the Mandalorians have taken 3 systems along the Rim. They will only grow more powerful with time. Come stand with me. We will use our might to help the Republic in its time of need. Join Revan and I. Together we will battle this menace. The Jedi Council is wise, but will take too long to deal with this threat. We must act now to stop the Mandalorians. I have heard of you. Your masters speak well of you, of your skills in battle. Join us. The Mandalorians must be stopped. And if the war ends with their defeat, then anything else is a small price to pay. The Council seems content to watch, to debate, while entire systems fall to the Mandalorians. If we don't act now, there may be no Republic army to assist in the future. I sense you will join us. What are your reasons? Who we truly are is defined by our actions. To deny your actions is to deny yourself, your nature. You show weakness with your words. It was within our power to end the war, and the Council chose to debate behind closed doors while planets burned. Their vaunted wisdom bred only in action, and that would have led to destruction greater than anything born of the dark side. So, if you could do it all again, the real question is, would you? The Mandalorians await on the edge of space, eager to crush the Republic. You know how this turns out. Would you do it any different? Knowing what it costs you? Knowing what it costs the rest? So knowing all that would transpire, would you still follow Revan and I? Excellent. And now you are all alone. Would you join me now? You didn't follow Revan and I down our path. Join us. Your journey hasn't ended yet. She didn't join us that day, but in time, she came to our way of thinking. And even before then, she wavered and wondered what would have happened. It is a familiar path. There were those who wished to follow you to war, yet remain behind. They came to hate you for the choices they wished to make. More power than the Jedi can ever offer you. Are you so certain? Every step along the way, we did what we thought was right. Perhaps the same path lays before you. But the time of words are done. Now it is time you experienced the full power of the dark side.
Com says we've lost another heavy droid transport. How can we break through the Mandalorian lines without support? The path is mined and the place is crawling with enemies. I know we've got our orders to press forward, but we're at quarter strength. We can't, General. It's impossible. We need to retreat. General, it would be suicide to go forward. There's just too few of us. We already lost half the men just getting to the path. They've got the rest of the company pinned down by the crash site. You can't possibly ask the troops to go forward. If you ask us to charge, will it make a difference? Will our sacrifice mean something? We will press forward if you ask it. The path is mined. If you ask us to charge, there will be losses, General. Thank you, General. Thank you. General, is the... And now we fight.
You are to be commended for making it this far. You've revisited the dark moments of your past, and now you must face the present. Your confusion is natural. The others and I will help you understand.
Get away from her! She's a dark Jedi.
Atten, I've had enough of your snide contempt.
Hey, what's the commotion here?
Stay out of this, Beodor. This is a personal dispute between Atten and myself.
You're threatening Atten with a lightsaber, and I'm supposed to just stay out of it? No.
The three of you would challenge me? You sorely underestimate the power of the Force.
Think again, Kreia. Your dark influence will end.
Your friends are all arrayed against me. Will you stand for this? You, of all people, would judge me so. Am I not worthy of redemption? So you will do nothing? Apathy is death, worse than death, because at least a rotting corpse feeds the beasts and insects.
Apathy is death.
Apathy is death. Apathy is death.
Apathy is death.
More where that came from.
You are to be commended for making it this far. You've revisited... Your confusion is natural. The others and I will help you understand.
Get away from her! She's a dark Jedi.
Atten, I've had enough of your snide contempt. I will protect myself from this foul-mouthed ruffian.
Hey, what's the commotion here?
Stay out of this, Beodor. This is a personal dispute between Atten and myself.
You're threatening Atten with a lightsaber, and I'm supposed to just stay out of it? No.
The three of you would challenge me? You sorely underestimate the power of the Force.
Think again, Kreia. Your dark influence will end.
Your friends are all arrayed against me. Will you stand for this? You, of all people, would judge me so? Am I not worthy of redemption? You are to be commended for making it this far. You've revisited the dark moments of your past, and now you must face the present. Your confusion is natural. The others and I will help you understand.
Get away from her! She's a dark Jedi.
Atten, I've had enough of your snide contempt. I will protect myself from this foul-mouthed ruffian.
Hey, what's the commotion here?
Stay out of this bed.
You're threatening
Think again, Kreia. You're...
Your friend. You, of all people. You are to be commended for making it this far. You've your confusion.
Get away from her! She's a dark Jedi.
Atten, I've had enough of your...
No, I won't allow her to corrupt you.
Hey, what's the commotion here?
Stay out of it.
You're threatening
Think again, Kreia. Your dark influence will end.
You, of all people, would judge me so? Am I not worthy of redemption? You are to be commended for making it this far. You've revisited your confusion.
Get away from her! She's a dark Jedi.
Atten,
Hey, what's the commotion here?
Stay out of this veil.
You're threatening
The three of you...
Think again, Kreia. Your dark influence will end.
Your friend... So you will do
Apathy is
Apathy.
Apathy is death. this trial, I am impressed. The dangers you faced in this tomb were real, but these images of the past serve to prepare you for your future. You overestimate the power of the tomb. Any change you feel is coming from within yourself. Instinctually, you know your true path. Trust in your feelings. They will lead you in conquering the many challenges that the future holds for you. Surely you have felt what awaits. Events are shaping themselves about you, seeking to draw you into their center. Search the room you are in. You
course. It would be my pleasure.
Meditation envy?
Why don't you go sit on a rocket?
Calm down. What is your problem?
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, you know, Atten, sometimes it's no wonder you can't figure yourself out the way you lie to yourself all the time. I've hunted a lot of people in my line of work, but I never met someone who wants to get lost more than you do. I've got a pretty good idea why, but not the whole picture. I will, though. My advice? Come clean before I find out. And stop watching her. She's got enough problems.
Jedi. Jedi. Betrayer. All thoughts of me will slide from your vision, from your mind, like water. You know who I am, but you will be unable to voice it, to remember it. What does a Jedi see? Only what I allow them to see.
Yes, General?
Yes? Is something wrong? That is hard. A force bond? What do you mean? I'm not sure I understand. No. I thought I had heard mention of such connections in some of the holocrons, but I do not possess them. They are part of the holocrons that were taken from the Enclave. I do not know. I do not know who has taken them. If we were to find them, perhaps I could help you find the answers you need. I know some of what you speak. It is said that when a Jedi and Padawan establish a close connection, that they can feel each other across distances and coordinate their movements in battle. The intensity of the connection varies. That bonding is said to also be something that manifests itself in such techniques as Bastila's battle meditation, the ability to touch the minds of others, to demoralize or inspire them. It is also said that moments of death or near death may also cause such bonds. The stronger one is in the Force, the stronger the connection. Thoughts, images perhaps, but not actual communication and words. A bond often causes a sensation to be passed along it, such as extreme fear and pain. Still, I have seen Jedi who have the ability to communicate with aliens and beasts. It is a rare thing. Perhaps telepathy is one such talent. I've never heard of a bond being lethal. I suppose such a thing is possible. I had not truly believed Bastila's battle meditation until I had seen it in action.
Something. All right. What did you want to know? Yeah. Nothing I didn't already know. Anyway, it's over now. At least until the next disaster hits us.
Yeah, something... Go ahead and ask. Talk. About what? Sure, very easy. That's why I dress like this. When they're looking down to check you out, you can usually smash them on the base of the skull or deliver an uppercut that knocks them flat. It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a boffin stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, slap some stun cuffs on him. Then starve him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggestion, then double-check his bounty and see if he's worth anything. Call it what you want. Me? I love my targets.
We must go to Dantooine, to the Enclave. There is something there that you must hear if you are to understand. I have no time for questions, and any answers will have to wait until we stand within the Enclave together.